This video is all about some vocabulary words about school in English and Hiligaynon. In English, it's school. In Hiligaynon, it's eskwelahan or buluthuan. School, eskwelahan, buluthuan. In English, it's a teacher, and in Hiligaynon, it's a manunudlo. Teacher, manunudlo. In English, it's a student, and in Hiligaynon, it's an estudyante. Student, estudyante. In English, it's a classmate, and in Hiligaynon, it's a classmate. Classmate, classmate. In English, it's a head teacher, and in Hiligaynon, it's also a head teacher. Head teacher. In English, it's a librarian, and in Hiligaynon, it's also a librarian. In English, it's a nurse, and in Hiligaynon, it's a nurse. Nurse, nurse. In English, it's a doctor, and in Hiligaynon, it's a doktor. Doctor, doktor. In English, it's a dentist, and in Hiligaynon, it's a dentista. Dentist, dentista. It's an entrance in English, and in Hiligaynon, it's a suludlan. Entrance, suludlan. It's an exit in English, and in Hiligaynon, it's a guluwaan. Exit, guluwaan. It's a paper in English, and in Hiligaynon, it's a papel. Paper, papel. In English, it's a pencil, and in Hiligaynon, it's a lapis. Pencil, lapis. It's a notebook in English, and in Hiligaynon, it's also a notebook. Notebook. In English, it's a bag, and in Hiligaynon, it's a bag. Bag, bag. In English, it's a chalk. In Hiligaynon, it's also a chalk. Chalk. In English, it's a crayons or crayon, and in Hiligaynon, it's a pangduag. Crayons, pangduag. It's a scissors in English, and in Hiligaynon, it's a gunting. Scissors, gunting. In English, it's a shoes, and in Hiligaynon, it's a sapatos. Shoes, sapatos. It's a sock or socks in English, and in Hiligaynon, it's a medyas. Socks, medyas. In English, it's a homework or an assignment. In Hiligaynon, it's a 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗢𝗧 sa balay, or it can also be a homework or an assignment. Homework, assignment, 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗡𝗢𝗘 sa balay. It's a ruler in English, and in Hiligaynon, it's a pangtakos, or it can also be a ruler. Ruler, pangtakos. It's a snack in English, and in Hiligaynon, it's a pamahaw. Snack, pamahaw. A pamahaw also means breakfast aside from merienda. Snack, pamahaw. In English, it's a book, and in Hiligaynon, it's a libro. Book, libro. In English, it's a globe, and in Hiligaynon, it's a globo. Globe, globo. In English, it's a clock, and in Hiligaynon, it's a relo. Clock, relo. It's an ink in English, and in Hiligaynon, it's a tinta. Ink, tinta. It's a map in English, and in Hiligaynon, it's a mapa. Map, mapa. It's an eraser in English, and in Hiligaynon, it's a pangpanas, or it can also be an eraser. Eraser, pangpanas. In English, it's a table, and in Hiligaynon, it's a lamesa. Table, lamesa. It's a chair in English, and in Hiligaynon, it's a bangko. Bangko. Chair, bangko. It's a clinic in English, and in Hiligaynon, it's a klinika. Clinic, klinika. In English, it's a chalkboard, and in Hiligaynon, it's a pisara. Chalkboard, pisara. In English, it's a tape, and in Hiligaynon, it's also a tape, but the spelling is different. Tape, tape. In English, it's a bus, and in Hiligaynon, it's a bus. Bus, bus. It's a glue in English, and in Hiligaynon, it's a patapik. Glue, patapig. It's English, while in Hiligaynon, it's Ingles. English, Ingles. In English, it's math or mathematics. In Hiligaynon, it's matematika. Math, mathematics, matematika. It's a water in English, while in Hiligaynon, it's tubig. Water, tubig. In English, it's food, while in Hiligaynon, it's pagkaon. Food, pagkaon. In English, it's a computer. In Hiligaynon, it's a computer. Computer, computer. In English, it's a library. And in Hiligaynon, it's a library. Library or library. It's a comfort room in English. And in Hiligaynon, it's a CR. Comfort room, CR. In English, it's science. In Hiligaynon, it's siyensya. Science, siyensya. In English, it's breakfast. And in Hiligaynon, it's pamahaw. Breakfast, pamahaw. It's an answer in English. And in Hiligaynon, it's a sabat. Answer, sabat. In English, it's a question. And in Hiligaynon, it's a pamangkot. Question, pamangkot. In English, it's lunch. While in Hiligaynon, it's either paniaga or igma. Lunch, paniaga, igma. It's dinner in English, while in Hiligaynon, it's panyapon. Dinner, panyapon. And that is all about our vocabulary words about school in English and Hiligaynon. If you learned something new from this video, please don't forget to click like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Moreover, you might also want to watch the next video on the screen. Maraming salamat, thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.